Good day to all our truth-seeking friends globally. My name is Nikita or Ernst, as most friends know me. Ivalama or Nikita, as most friends know her, is with me. And together we are presenting the Baramas Tower of Light. Thanks to the highest God, Ratri Yahweh Goria, who appointed a lot of guides over me for me to be able to compile this, to tap in and compile this and all the other series. Thank you to the Most High. And Nikita, thank you for representing this program series with me, as of all the others about. And it's always, I feel extremely grateful and privileged to have you next to me. Thank you so much.
And also the same towards you, Ernst. It's just a privilege working alongside you and sharing this wisdom as you are tapping into higher dimensions to help the people out there.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And please like and share to as many truth-seeking friends as you can. And remember to subscribe to our programs to be in the loop when we share more of these wisdom-loaded programs. This series differs from the previous series. In this series, we will share information on what Western people believe to be the truth, while proven to be untruth or lies. We invite you to visit our website for many more series of programs that you can only benefit from by watching them.
In this program, we discuss Western parents' general mindset around imaginary friends, blood family versus physical family, ooh, horrible, and the general expression of ghosts do not exist. What are we if ghosts do not exist? Yeah. Please listen to the following with full attention. The first question to answer is, what is an imaginary friend? Nikita, inform our friends out there.
The first definition of what an imaginary friend is reads as follows. An imaginary friend is a character that a child creates in their imagination and treats as if they are real. They can be based on real people, fictional characters, or objects like toys. Another definition says imaginary friends are fictional characters that children create in their minds, often during play.
However, or whoever formulated these definitions is non-psychic and non-spiritually developed, not to see and experience with their souls, or actually they as souls, or their soul senses. This is why the words fictional characters are part of the definition, not our definition, other people's definition, the non-psychic's definition. The question we want to ask Western non-psychic parents is as follows.
Why do you prohibit your children from befriending imaginary friends if you have a conversation with your imaginary friend every Sunday in church or before you go to sleep? None of you has seen your God or worshipped firsthand. Maybe a few did see their God face to face. Psychic developed souls as children can see and hear their imaginary friends. In the case of a small child having conversations with an imaginary friend, their Christian pastor will advise the child to talk to Jesus, whom they cannot see or hear.
All small children are psychic for several years until they choose not to look into the higher or lower vibrating dimensions and subdimensions anymore. After all, these psychic-born children as souls see their imaginary friends. They can see and hear what their imaginary friends tell them. Why am I saying this? Because they are informing their parents on what this friend says. Their parents have no idea what their, as parents, imaginary friend without a name, titled God, looks like, even though they talk to this invisible God friend and praise him as if they can see and hear him.
These adults give money to their invisible imaginary friend without a name, or to the Messiah Jesus, which is not a God. Western white Christians are mind controlled by their church and political deceivers not to believe in the unseen. To most of them, anything in the unseen is from the devil, except their Christian God and the Messiah, who is invisible to them too. To whom are they talking in church, and to whom are they giving their demands of God do this and God do that, if they cannot see or hear their imaginary friend firsthand? When last did they visit a psychiatrist? Is seeing their God also a hallucination, like people suffering from psychosis? Are they all declared to be psychotic?
You know, Nikita, this is so serious. I sit here with a smile, but I think about something else. May I just repeat the last two sentences for our friends? When last did they visit a psychiatrist? The question is seeing their God also a hallucination, like people suffering from psychosis? Are they all declared to be psychotic? That would be a very big problem, but they must answer. I mean, it's
Yes.
logic. We as Baramis members living Baramis style have a daily dialogue with our God, the highest of all Bible gods, Toratore Yahweh Goria, which is his title, his rank, his name and his surname, or with one of our guides. When we tap in, we can identify with our guides which one of our guides is replying at that moment. We know their voices and can sense their radiation vibration. We don't hear it audibly here, we hear it in the mind. We apply their advice to our questions. We see and experience the results. So how can they not exist?
These mind controlled Christians sing, dance, and pray to their imaginary friend, which they cannot see or hear. However, they have a problem with it if their small children talk to friends they can see and hear, converse, and play with. These Christian parents refuse to believe that they, as parents, are mind controlled.
Yes, Nikita, to ignore true reality and logic is one of the easiest ways to identify mind-controlled Christians. They cannot understand what we understand, and don't understand me wrongly. We were on that level
Yes.
also. There was
Yes.
a long time, decades, that I understood nothing.
Yes.
The reason behind the cosmic laws' reaction to them is because they have a choice. However, they prefer to be their God on earth at the helm of their lives, knowing the highest in nothing, deciding themselves. To them, God are there to be used as a servant, ordering him daily. Before we go on, Nikita, just think of it. On this side of the screen, you have a church ceremony where people are praising the Lord, which they cannot see. And on this side, a small child having a conversation with also an invisible entity. The difference is if I ask this, people on this side in the church, what message did you get and what does your God look like? Will they be able to answer me? No. If I ask the child, yes. Remember, I see people like that all the time. And they come to me for help, the parents and the children. So I have discussions with them. I know what's going on. They will tell you exactly what the person looked like, and they cannot lie. You know, one of the old things that I studied years back when I was young was how to see in a person's eye if he or she is lying or not. It's so easy. And if you watch the child telling you her story, it is absolutely the truth. She doesn't look other
Yeah.
ways or anything. No, it's true. Now, who are the real people or the mind-controlled ones? The Christians or this one or the little child?
Yes. Please share this program with as many Christians you know who are living at the helm of their lives on earth. This program might be an eye opener to them. The next untruth believed by people to be the truth is proclaimed as follows: blood is thicker than water, and the blood family comes first.
Oh, the reason behind this preposterous belief is that most Christians are more than 2,000 years behind in psychic and in spiritual development and knowledge of the divine. They believe they are the person reflecting on a reflecting surface, and when that woman or that human body dies, it is the end of them as humans. To them, a soul is a part of a human brain's memory.
Let us take ourselves as examples. Our earthly mother and father guardians have begotten the human body to which we bestow consciousness. The embryo lives inside the womb but without consciousness. When the baby is born, the most appropriate soul chosen by the Most High Torah Yahweh Goria slips into the baby's body to grant consciousness to it.
Where I originated from is a planet in dimension 9, where the soul of my human body sister originated from is not dimension 9, and therefore not even family of mine as a soul. My human body sister is not my sister. You remembered what the Messiah Jesus warned us about. Two brothers in flesh will stand in a field. One brother will be taken up by the light side angels, while the other brother will be taken by the dark side angels the day their human body or bodies die. You know, it is a fact that we know that I may come from planet dimension 9 and from a planet there, and you can come from dimension 180.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
are still spiritual if we're on the same side, we are family. But I mean, if the one is from another place, you know, another side, no, it's not family.
Think of Jacob and Esau, who were twins. Jacob was born looking human, while Esau's body was covered in a mantle of red hair. God accepted Jacob. However, God cursed Esau and Esau's seed line 23 times in the Bible. Esau means field devil. Esau went to live in Seir, the land of the field devils, from where he permanently launched attacks on Jacob to kill him and Jacob's offspring. Jacob's offspring became the 12 tribes of Israel, while Esau became the father of the Jews. For more details, read Arthur Koestler's book named The 13th Tribe for one of many proofs.
There are hundreds of different created seed lines on earth representing different creator offspring as seed lines. This is maybe more applicable, you know, to what I said in previous
Yes,
paragraphs between me and my body sister. I mean, who says she could be a Muslim, created by a Muslim God?
yes,
I know I am from the Most High. Our views differ, but still we are not family.
yes,
Her father is not my father, you know what I mean?
I do.
So I think the message comes through now. There are hundreds of different created seed lines on earth, representing different creator offspring seed lines, as I said. Think of the dark side Nephilim we discussed in previous series programs. Think of all the satanic seed lines on earth representing the dark side. If you haven't watched those programs, please do. Now, yeah, they as well are not my family, the dark siders. The light side was created to serve the light side kingdoms. The true light side kingdom souls in human bodies, not at the helm of their lives on earth, are my family. So, if a person is at the helm of his own life, you know which side
Yes.
he represents. No,
Exactly.
no. Our guides are my family too, the highest, my Father of me as a soul, and my Creator as me as a soul is my Father, not human bodies. My soul family will always come first, and my human body's family last.
The next subject we share information on is the Christian belief that ghosts do not exist. On the internet, Quora says nobody has psychic abilities. All people who claim to have such abilities are either deceived or they're lying. This person saying this is the odd one out among billions of Eastern psychics and spiritually developed masters.
Now, this representative of Quora used the words all and nobody, which makes my hair raise. They did not examine mine or yours or any other Buddhist or shaman psychic abilities. I wonder if they know the definition of psychic abilities. I am a seer whose predictions for South Africa and the world are taking place in order of prediction. I am psychic, and as my psychic soulmates in their billions around the globe, we not only see other higher or lower vibrating life forms, we interact with them and have full power and control over demonic life forms and earthbound human souls haunting people. Once again, people who have not developed 1% of them as souls are telling us who lives among the unseen what exists and what does not. Preposterous to say the least.
That spokesperson representing Quora, who uttered this statement, is just another blind, undeveloped spiritual and psychic soul who wants to tell the not blind what we may and may not see. Laughable and conceited. To us psychics, ghosts are real. When we clean a house where dark side Toreme demons, for example, tormented one of the residents by strangling him or her while half awake and half asleep, doctors call it sleep paralysis. No more torment takes place. Proof on videos on the internet is more than what people demanding proof will have time for study for the rest of their lives. To some people, all proof is no proof.
Now, you know, if I listen how people prove it to me. You haven't read the 10 million proof videos. You haven't watched them. So what will my 10 millions and one proof to you mean anything? No. If we cleanse a haunted house in which small children are tormented by earthbound dark side human souls, no more hauntings take place afterwards. I have done healing work for at least 4 decades with thousands of satisfied clients in 16 countries worldwide. That is spiritual healing. So if you do not know true reality firsthand in this regard, do not give your senseless opinions for the public. Please comment on what you know, not what you heard of.
We do not have to prove to the psychic blind human souls what we know. They will have to walk the light side path, not at the helm of their lives on earth, before they will receive the added program to understand the higher and lower vibrating kingdoms. Until then, to them, ghosts do not exist.
Yep. Nikita, they as human souls are ghosts themselves. I mean, what are we watching? What is haunting? There goes a woman. She's haunting a house. What is she? She's the soul without the human body. Yeah. They are just privileged as ghosts to still have a human body to live through. Now, you know, before I go on, they should actually go and study just to see the biblical proof of where does the soul come from and where does the soul go back to after the physical body died. Now, in program 3, we inform you why nothing ever is paranormal. You know, people always speak of paranormal activity. Why do they call it paranormal? Then the proclamance that God creates all humans to be equal. Please remember to like, share, and press the subscribe button to be notified of future programs of this kind. Remember to visit our website, Barama's Tower of Light. There is a lot to be downloaded for free.
Until we launch a new program in 2 weeks,
Yep.
love and light. Bye-bye.
Bye.